Hello everybody, Kevin here, Raf3094, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're all going to be talking about the daily monthly update video, and this one we're going to be talking about what we're going to be playing on November, as well as some side projects that we're going to probably be checking out, as well as a couple of games that we're going to be playing, including some new, some old, and maybe some games that you probably have never seen or played before. But without further ado, let's get this over with. So we are getting pretty close near the end of the year, which is pretty crazy. Time is going extremely fast right now, and I can't believe it's almost the end of the year, which is pretty insane. But I am very hopeful next year, because next year is going to be when a lot of big cool games are going to be coming out. We got Resident Evil 4 remake, we got Dead Space remake, cannot wait for that, and we got a couple of other games that we have to check out next year. And also confirmed not too long ago, Atomic Heart's also coming out next year on February, and that is a game I've been looking forward to playing a very long time, and I believe that game was in development for probably 5 years now, and the game is finally, coming to life, and we're going to be able to play it. So when that game comes out, I definitely want to check that out. And of course, we got Cyberpunk 2077 DLC coming out as well. I do want to come back to 2077 at some point, but before I start playing that game, I am planning on upgrading my PC, because simply the current PC I have, I cannot play Cyberpunk 2077 at an acceptable frame rate. Now granted, it's not bad. I get like roughly around 60, sometimes 40s, 50 to 30, depending on the area of the game. But I am going to be holding off the Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough until I upgrade my PC, because at the moment my current PC cannot run it at peak performance, and you know me, I prefer to play games at higher frame rates, and once it starts dipping below 60, that's when the game gets a little bit unplayable for me, and it gets a little bit just to me, the game needs to be at least 60, and if the game's going to be at 30 frames, the game needs to at least feel smooth with no hiccups, no crazy stutters, for me to have an enjoyable experience. I can play games with 30 frames, although preferably I would like to play games at 60 frames, but if I really have to play a game at 30 frames, I will, only if there's no other choices, and the game doesn't stutter like crazy if you play the game at 30 frames. But if you're on PC, more likely you want to play games at least 60 frames, at least. But of course, having a 144Hz monitor, I would prefer to keep it above 60. But again, 60 is my minimum, enjoyable, playable experience in my opinion. So yeah, at the moment, Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough is going to be postponed until I upgrade my PC, which is more likely going to be the start of next year. So I'll be upgrading, CPU, motherboard, RAM 6, hopefully GPU too. That's the main biggest point, upgrading my PC. I'm hoping I'll be able to get my hands on a GPU. I could go with a 3090 Ti, but I kind of want to go big with the 4090, even though I heard a lot of issues with the with the 12-pin adapter that NVIDIA comes with. So maybe, like I said, maybe given the start of next year, hopefully there'll be more power supplies that come out with the appropriate 16-pin adapter for the new 40 series cards. So hopefully by then I'll be able to get a 40 series card at some point. But if I can't get it, then I will gladly buy a 3090 Ti and just call it good until the next 50 or 60 series cards come out in the unforeseen future. But that is my plan. But obviously next year we got Resident Evil 4 remake, absolutely going to play the shit out of that game, and we got Dead Space remake as well, absolutely hyped for that as well. And Silent Hill 2, I think this next year, it might be 2024, I have no idea, but Silent Hill 2 remake, absolutely want to play that as well. But enough of talking about the future. Let's talk about what are we going to be playing this month. Well, you might have gotten quite a bit of tease from the games we played last month. So obviously we're all going to be continuing our uploads for Modern Warfare 2 campaign. We have already beaten the campaign. I just have yet to upload all the playthrough for it. So I just need to get down to editing on those videos and start uploading them pronto, because I got a lot of things to talk about the campaign. I will make a separate review video just on the campaign itself, because I have mixed feelings about it. And no, it is great that everybody's enjoying it. You know, it is their own opinion, but you know, I'm gonna obviously talk about my honest opinion about the campaign. And overall, I just feel very mixed about it. I think it misses, you know, the mark, you know, from the previous campaign, and why that campaign was so good for Modern Warfare 2019. It just misses its mark. Questionable mission design, bullet sponge enemies, you know, there's a lot of stuff to talk about the campaign, but I want to leave that out in a separate video. So yeah, so stay tuned for campaign videos, as well as Spec Ops co-op mode, as well as some PvP multiplayer, because I think the multiplayer in this game is definitely where it really shines. The gameplay, the gameplay and the gunplay, in my opinion, definitely is one of my biggest highlights for this game. The gunplay feels good, the sound design is good too, especially when you shoot certain weapon. You get that oomph, you get that headshot kill, you get that certain sound kill that just makes you, you know, it's an overall enjoyable experience. I could definitely be playing a lot of Modern Warfare 2 right now, just to grind some weapons and all that stuff, in case if I do want to play Warzone 2, but I am more interested with DMZ. So once that comes out, I will definitely want to check out DMZ, simply because is Call of Duty's take on the Extraction Royale, aka Escape from Tarkov mode. So I'm definitely interested for DMZ mode. So that will be coming out this month in 3 weeks now, so we'll be able to check that out, and hopefully that will be the start of season 1 for Modern Warfare 2, which means new maps, new cosmetic we can potentially buy, new weapons, and hopefully by then they'll fix all of the major issues that this game has. The technical side, like performance, the horrible UI design, and some balance changes with the weapons and stuff as well, but mainly the UI and the menu and the overall performance definitely needs to be fixed, because it's pretty damn rough, especially the UI design. Like this whoever hired the guy, or the person who designed the UI, they need to fire that person pronto, because whoever designed the UI for this game is absolutely horrendous, and it's just horrible. Like, you gotta click how many times to edit your weapon and put a certain attachment, like 6-7 times? That shouldn't be a thing. Heck, 2042 right now, in its current state, has a much better UI design than Modern Warfare 2. So they need to step up the game. They need to make that UI system a lot more user-friendly, I should say. They just need to bring back the barracks, the barracks system from Modern Warfare 19. I don't know why they took it out. I have no idea. I'm not a game developer, but hopefully they add it back in, when season 1 comes out, because right now it is horrendous to navigate almost everything in that game, from inviting friends to your party, editing your weapons especially, and the matchmaking as well. It needs to be fixed ASAP. But yeah, expect some Modern Warfare 2 videos, because I got a lot of stuff to show you guys with Modern Warfare 2 and why I am loving it, and why I'm a little bit concerned for the game's future content and all that stuff. But overall, I am enjoying Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. It is very solid. It is very addictive to play. Once you hook up to it, you can't stop playing, and you just keep on playing until you get bored or you get frustrated. It happens. It is what it is. But I am enjoying Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Definitely one of the biggest highlights. I'm hoping to add more Spec Ops, because Spec Ops is definitely a lot of fun to play with, and you could do a lot of crazy stuff when you have a good buddy with you. But yeah, moving on to the next one. Definitely want to play some more 2042 as well. They did release a rework on Oberdo, and I did record a couple of games on it, but I wasn't really satisfied of the particularly my performance and my team's performance on those videos, so I decided to delete it. We're gonna do a brand new scratch video on those maps, and as well as checking out some of the new vault weapons that have added, such as the AKS-74U, the ACWR, aka ACR, and then you got the Rex revolver. And I did play on Orbital Remake, and it is really good. The Orbital Rework is actually really good, but like I said, wasn't really satisfied with my performance in the game specifically, so we will do a new video, and then we will hopefully get a map on Oberdo, because in its current state, Oberdo is definitely a blast. And one of the new flag capture points on that one Pacific Hill, absolutely madness and chaotic. And it can be fun, but it can get pretty damn insane when you have 60 people fighting over one side. It gets absolutely ridiculous. Definitely one of the highlights in that map for sure is that Pacific flag capture point. Hopefully you will see it in the video that I will, I will post and as record, and hopefully I will capture that because it is fucking insane. But yeah, I want to play some more 2042 because, like I said, Call of Duty and Battlefield are definitely completely different games. And Call of Duty, as much as they try to copy Battlefield, they cannot match the gameplay style that Battlefield offers. Large scale maps, large player counts, open sandbox type of style gameplay, do whatever you want, all that type of stuff. And it's something that Call of Duty can never copy, and that's good because there should be two completely different games. Battlefield, is its own thing, despite the direction the went with 2042 it's still Battlefield. Regardless, the way it plays is still the same. You got that team play, you got the open sandbox gameplay, you got vehicles, large maps. It's just you can't take that away from Battlefield. So, like I said, I'm really hoping this game does turn around for the better, which looks like it is. But I'm concerned that it's not going to bring enough people to come back to the games, and that's my biggest concern. So, like I said, year one could just be the last of 2042's content drop, but I'll be extremely surprised if they go for year two. If they do that, I'll be really happy, and hopefully they'll start turning the game around and making it good and add the necessary content the game needs before they drop support for the next Battlefield title. But we'll see. But yeah, I will be doing some videos for 2042, Vault Weapon showcases, Orbital Rework as well, and we might even do some Breakthrough and Russia gameplay too, which we have not done in a long time. Definitely want to check out Breakthrough again because Breakthrough it's pretty fun, but pretty freaking chaotic too. So stay tuned for some Battlefield 2042 gameplay. Another game I also will be checking out a lot more is Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection. Definitely enjoying my time playing Uncharted 4, and as I said in the videos before, I have never played Uncharted 4. I have played the first 3 games on the PlayStation 3, but not Uncharted 4, simply because I did not have a PS4 for the longest time. So Uncharted 4 so far is a pretty enjoyable adventure. Definitely very Hollywood blockbuster style, movie, but you are in the movie itself, you're shooting things and all that stuff. Really fun game. Definitely showcases Naughty Dog's talent, that they are, before they start making, Last of Us 2 and all that stuff. Like, it clearly shows they are very capable of making a very enjoyable game. So kudos to Naughty Dog. I'm definitely looking forward to The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. I will not be recording that simply because I've beaten the game, and from what I've seen, it looks pretty much the same. The story looks like it's the same. The voice acting is the same. Everything's the same. So there's really no point playing it. So it is what it is. Alright. Another game I do want to check out is the latest DLC for Resident Evil Village, aka Resident Evil 8, and that will be the latest Shadow of Rose expansion, which came out not too long ago, and I really haven't gotten the chance in checking it out, but I heard I heard mostly good things about the DLC, so we'll definitely be checking it out this month. I'm not sure how long the DLC is going to be. I'm guessing it's going to probably be close to 3 to 4 hours tops, because it is a DLC, so it's not meant to, replace the game entirely with, full 8 to 10 hour long playthrough. So more likely, I'm guessing 3 to 4 hours long, but should be a good ride for a last hurrah for Resident Evil Village. Considering that we pretty much did what we can in that game. Besides doing third person mode, I guess there are a few things actually. We do got some more mercenary missions we can do. We can play as Chris Redfield, Heisenberg, big tall vampire lady as well that everybody went crazy about in the internet. We actually get to play as them in Mercenaries, so I'm definitely curious how their combat abilities are. We know Chris Redfield is pretty much Call of Duty with his arsenal weapons, so that should be a no-brainer. That should be the easiest to play, but I'm really curious how the other two play out. So after we beat Shadow of Rose, we're going to be checking out the Mercenaries with the new characters, the new scenarios, and we'll see if we can get a triple S on those missions. And I believe that will probably be the last hurrah for Resident Evil Village, because there's nothing much more we can do. Well, not much more we can showcase the game. We'll be in the game. So I would say that's pretty much it for Resident Evil 8 until Res 4 remake comes out, which like I say, I'm very hyped for that. So in the meantime, we'll be playing Village for a little while before we finally close the playthrough for good for that game. And like I said, the game definitely has a good, definitely has a long good ride. We might even check out a little bit of third person mode too in the main story. They added that as an option too, which I think is pretty cool. So we'll see how that fares, and hopefully the game is going to be great. Hopefully. There's also a game I want to check out called Stray, and this is a game where you play as a cat, and you pretty much roam throughout I guess an abandoned city for robots now and weird creatures. You just play as a cat and you just explore, and to me that is that makes you want to play the game. I heard a lot of good things about the game. The game looks really nice as well, visually wise, the art style wise, and definitely looks like one of those good games you could just play, relax and chill, and just enjoy a simple storyline, exploration game. You just explore. I have a feeling that's going to be nice and sweet for Stray, so we'll see how it goes as we keep playing along. I will also like to continue on playing the Bridge Curse Road to Salvation. We have showcased this game during the Halloween playthrough crazy fest that we did last month, and I definitely enjoyed the Bridge Curse Road to Salvation. This is the second Taiwanese horror game that we have played. The first one was being Devotion, which very nice, very good, although very tragic to say the least, and very short as well. I think the Bridge Curse seems like it's going to be a little bit of a longer game, definitely a lot more stuff to do. Also, we got chase sequences as well, so that should make the game a lot more interesting. Would it make it more scarier? Probably not. I probably will eventually get over it and it just become more of a chore to hide and all that stuff. But overall, though, I think the Bridge Curse is going to be a one enjoyable ride for sure, considering that things have really gone downhill, from where we left off. So we're definitely going to be completing our playthrough for the Bridge Curse. Hopefully, you guys are looking forward to that. I also want to come back to Soldier of Fortune 2 Double Helix. I don't know why I dropped the radar off this game. I've been enjoying the game so far, but honestly, I stopped playing it. Hopefully by this month we'll be able to beat the whole game, because so far I've been enjoying my time playing Soldier of Fortune 2. Definitely a huge departure from the quick arena shooter style game from the first game into more of a tactical shooter like Rainbow Six. Like Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, which is definitely my preferred type of genre. But yeah, definitely a huge drastic change, which is pretty crazy considering the first game had like, laser weapons, exoskeletons, and black hole weapons. And then Soldier of Fortune 2, yeah, we're gonna go realistic and grounded. So everything's pretty much extremely grounded, realistic, no crazy plot. Obviously there is a crazy plot, doomsday plot, but no crazy, advanced weapons like lasers, black hole weapons, guys in exoskeleton suit. Definitely extremely grounded with the weapons we use, the tactics we use, the overall theme of the game. But overall, I'm definitely enjoying my time playing Soldier of Fortune 2. Hopefully we'll be able to play it, beat it this month, so that way we could check out Payback, which is the most infamous game in the whole Soldier of Fortune's franchise and the series. And I think that game is pretty much a nail in the coffin, with the franchise. Even though it wasn't a great game, I did enjoy playing it when I used to play it on the Xbox 360. So we're gonna play it again, and we'll see if we still get that same feeling, like we had, when I played it for the first time on the 360. Will the game still holds up? I don't know. We'll have to find out and see. And hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then we know not to play it ever again. This is the game I wanted to play last month. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cram it into the special Halloween month, October, for this, but hopefully we'll be able to get back right on track with Blood Rain Terminal Cut Edition, which is pretty much you are an ancient vampire assassin going around taking down evil. You're all a badass vampire chick with a shitload of weapons and blades and abilities. I want to have not played this game before until, you know, when I did a playthrough on it. It's a pretty cool game. It is old, but I think it still holds up pretty well. The gameplay can be a little bit outdated, but definitely very innovative at the time, and it works really well in my opinion. And hopefully we'll be able to play through the game, and then we'll move on to the second game, which I have never played before. So, but yeah, so far from my experience, Blood Rain, pretty solid game. Perhaps it probably needs a proper remake at this rate, because like I said, the game does look a little bit outdated. The gameplay is a little bit outdated, but it's still enjoyable to play. But not everybody's going to enjoy the game, so maybe a proper remake for Blood Rain, a proper reboot. I think it could happen. I'm hoping that it will happen, but because the game is pretty good, so we'll see how it goes. This is another game also that ended up not not being in the cut for October monthly uploads, but I'm definitely want to do it for this month, and that is The Evil Within. Now, we have played this a long time ago. I think back in 2019 is the last time I uploaded a video on The Evil Within, and we're all going to be continuing from that playthrough, from that current playthrough. I think we made maybe 2 videos tops, or we might even just scrap it and just do a whole new freaking playthrough altogether. I think I might just do that. But I have played and beaten this game a long time ago. I think back in 2017, 2018, around there. Definitely a blast to play. Extremely Resident Evil, considers made by the same guy who did, you know, that is the co-founder of Resident Evil, Shinji Mikami. So yeah, definitely no similarities there. It's pretty much Resident Evil 4.5. It's what Resident Evil 5 could have been essentially, but it's its own new IP essentially. So yeah, we'll probably end up just doing a whole playthrough, a brand new playthrough. We're playing the hardest difficulty. Probably gonna get absolutely slapped around by the bad guys in this game, but you know, they want to be Resident Evil unless you get smacked around so much to the point like, okay, focus, what the heck I'm doing wrong. But yeah, definitely want to play Evil Within, and hopefully we'll have some time to cram in the Evil Within 2, which I have never played. I heard mixed things about it. You got the other half that likes it, you got the other half that say this game is inferior compared to the first game. So I'm curious. I want to play it, but I want to play the first game first. So we'll play that, then we'll move on to the second game, and so on and so forth. There's another game too that is in my list that is fairly new, but yeah, it's actually a new game that I actually want to check out, and it is a potential co-op game that we can potentially get our friend in and playing it together, and that is Evil West. Now this game looks absolutely insane. Like, from what I'm seeing, it looks like it's a game taking place in the Wild West. You play as a badass bounty hunter that pretty much go up against vampires, werewolves, zombies, demons, and it looks like a pretty crazy game. Like, you know, like I said, old Wild West. You get all kinds of weird gadget, weapons, all kinds of stuff to fight against the forces of darkness essentially, and you don't have to do it alone, which I think this is the game I would definitely be keeping my eye on, because this game looks really good. Also made by the same people who did the rebooted Shadow Warrior as well, Flying Wild Hog, so I have a feeling this game is going to be a blast. I'm hoping it'll be a blast, but time will tell as soon as we get our hands on and playing the game. Because like I said, it looks like a fun game to play. Definitely might be a really fun game to play in co-op as well. So hopefully that is the case, because I really want to you know, make sure this game is going to be good, but time will tell. Also want to continue my playthrough on A Plague Tale Innocence. I'm not sure how far I'm into the game, but I want to continue my playthrough on that so I could check out A Plague Tale Requiem. And I heard good things about that as well. Definitely, especially on the visuals too. A lot of people say the visual looks really good. Definitely supersedes the first game. But yeah, definitely want to check out the second game as well. So maybe we might be able to cram all that shit into the month as well. But again, like I said, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of games that that I want to play, and like I said, we might be able to cram everything in. But I'm gonna try to play as much game as possible, and try to beat most game as much as possible too, so we can move on play some more games that is in the line. Speaking of new games, we got Marvel, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. That is probably not good. We're probably not gonna be able to do a playthrough for that for a long time because we are still doing our Spider-Man remastered playthrough, which I have yet to come back to. So we got to get back into that, so that way we can check out Miles Morales because that one looks really good as well. Give that a shot. Hopefully, it is a blast to play because I'm looking forward, you know, and checking out what kind of other new games that Sony is going to release. You know, we might even get Ragnarok next year, you know, potentially. If that is the case, then I'm freaking down. But yeah, I think that's pretty much almost everything that we're all going to be checking out. We might add some indie games here and there to check out as well. So I don't know, keep your eyes out. We might be checking out some other games that I might not include in the list, but other than that, guys, I'm gonna end it here for now for the channel update video. So hopefully you guys are well informed of what we're gonna be checking out, what we're gonna be playing, and let's talk about some of the side projects that I wanted to do as well. I did a couple of movie reviews a while back, you know, showcasing, you know, like the cases and what's inside. I might do that again once we get some more collection. As you can see here in my collection, it's pretty goddamn massive for my movie collection, and I have yet to do any movie reviews in a long time, and I feel like I kind of failed the loop on that. So we might do that again. You know, any Pacific big set that we see, you know, any sets that stands out, we're gonna showcase them, what's inside them, and all that stuff. Because I really did enjoy showcasing that, doing those type of videos. So we might do some of those again. Like I said, I might actually end up doing a showcase for the Shaw Scope Volume 1 box set there too, maybe. But since everybody did it, I might end up doing just Volume 2 instead, because like I said, everybody has already done it. I don't want to just be another video on the list for people to watch. So yeah, we might end up doing that. We'll see how it goes. And tomorrow, stay tuned for that little tease for my ArmA 3 films. I know, unfortunately, I wasn't able to freaking post it on the last day of Halloween, which I did say, hey, it's gonna be on the last day of Halloween. Nope, not gonna happen. So tomorrow it's gonna be a little small tease, and hopefully by the end of this week it's a full review trailer. So stay tuned for it, because Hokkaido is coming, guys. He is coming. So well, but without further ado, I think I'm gonna end it here for now. I've been ranting on for far too long. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day and staying safe out there. I'm really hoping you guys have a great Halloween too, because Halloween, like I say, Halloween is pretty cool when you go out there trick-or-treating, cosplaying wherever you want and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys have a great Halloween yesterday, and hopefully y'all are having a wonderful day today and staying safe out there, because it's crazy out there. So stay safe out there. And of course, I gotta give a big shout out to all the subscribers, especially to the ones that have been with me for a long time. That have been there since I started my Command & Conquer videos. So I do really appreciate you guys sticking around with me for so long. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I wouldn't be doing this channel if it wasn't for you guys. And deep in my heart, I thank you for supporting the channel and sticking around with me for the longest time. And to those who have subscribed to the channel recently, welcome to the channel. Hopefully you are you're looking, you are looking forward and checking out the content I have, currently planned, as well as uploaded, in the past and all that stuff. Hopefully looking forward to my upcoming future content, as well as potential ArmA 3 film project as well, and some other cool stuff that we'll probably be checking out and doing. And one more thing on the topic too, I will make a separate video on this. I might consider making a second channel, and the reason is that, well, this channel is specifically designed for gaming and all that stuff, but I have a mix of movies and all that stuff. So this second channel is going to be dedicated to my movie projects, essentially. So what that means is this channel is going to be specifically catered towards ArmA 3 film projects or potential live action projects that I might do in the future if I got an opportunity, this is going to be the go-to for my movie projects and all that stuff. So I'm thinking about it still. I don't know if I got the fan base, enough people to subscribe to my second channel, but I'm considering doing a second channel just for movies production. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm going to make a separate video discussing about that maybe in the next day or two, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, I got nothing else for you. I'm going to end it here. It's been gone for far too long, and like I said, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, and if you guys enjoy all the content, all the content I have produced over the years, hit that like button in this video. If you guys didn't, hit the dislike button. It's up to you. Like I said before, leave any feedback in the comments down below. Let me know what I need to do to improve the channel. Any suggestions, tips, like what should I do, editing process, etc. Let me know, and I will gladly look at your feedback, and I will try to improve. I will do what I can. And obviously, of course, the second option is to suggest any games you want me to play. It could be a game that is, that it could be a classic, new game, all that stuff. Of course, one condition, I have to be able to play them on PC, of course. So keep that in mind. Consoles, I might come back to console recording, but more likely, the game has to be playable on PC for me to make a playthrough. So keep that in mind. But yeah, any games you suggest, any games, put them in the comments down below, and I'll check them out, and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, guys, I got nothing else to say. I'm gonna end it here for now. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace.